January YBW Hybrid Detox. I know everybody's kind of on the health roll in January, and there's a million different things you can do, and there's so many different ways of eating and working out, moving your body, and everybody's bodies just work so differently. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about mine and why I keep coming back to this one, how it got started and how it's transformed over the last 3 years, and just see if it's something that you may want to do. It's 10 short days. It's very doable. Just a little backstory for those who may not know me is I'm a registered nurse, a registered respiratory therapist. I'm a yoga instructor, and health and wellness is a big passion of mine, but so is living my life. So I'm never, I know you're never supposed to say never, so knock on wood, but I'm just not the girl who is going to live my life eating broccoli. I love broccoli. I eat it probably daily, but that's just not going to be what I do 100% of the time. I'm not the girl that's going to run marathons. I got knees and hip issues. That's not something that I want to do. It's not something I enjoy. From a nursing standpoint, it's not something that I really even promote. So one of the things that really resonates with me after over 20 years in healthcare and seeing people really sick at young ages, and it had nothing to do with weight. Well, I say that. I mean, obesity is definitely an epidemic. You can be overweight, and it can just ruin your life from a health perspective and from a mobility perspective. But what I mean by that is I've also seen people come in who were very underweight, who were working out too hard, who were doing too much. Their cortisol was through the roof. Their joints were breaking down. Their hair was falling out. And it just wasn't healthy, and it wasn't a good way to live your life over the long haul. So for me, I like a more holistic approach. So that's what this is. It really started with a group of my yoga students. I was reading the book by Dr. Mark Hyman. He was formerly, I guess, director of Cleveland Clinic. He's a medical doctor who's now really into functional health and wellness, and he has a couple of books, and one of them is called The Blood Sugar Solution 10-Day Detox. And so I read it, and a lot of stuff I already knew, a lot of stuff I didn't know, and this was probably 4 or 5 years ago. And so I did it on my own a few times, and one of the things that really stuck out to me in the book is that your results are doubled when you do it with a group. So I decided to offer it to my yoga students to do it with me, and that's kind of where we got started. I've tweaked it a lot over the years, mostly from feedback from you, feedback from my community, what worked for me, and science is ever changing. So as science changes, I like to keep up and throw those things in there. So now I call it the YBW Hybrid Detox. The backbone of it, I guess, is the Blood Sugar Solution 10-Day Detox. We're really eliminating processed sugars for 10 days. But it's a hybrid because I've tweaked it so much. The basis of it is anybody can do it, okay? If you're a vegetarian, you can do it. If you're paleo, you can do it. If you're Mediterranean, you can do it. If you're standard American, you can do it. If you're vegan, you can do it. You're just going to have to tweak certain pieces of the puzzle, but overall, we're eating clean. We're getting rid of stuff we don't need, and it's measurable. So there is a toxicity test you do at the beginning and the end, which is quite mind-blowing. The results are great. If you're a diabetic or you're on insulin or blood sugar medications, blood pressure medications, you need to talk with your doctor, and I'll get into that with you more deeply over on the page where we do this, because your blood sugar is going to drop, your blood pressure is going to come down. Average weight loss is about 8 pounds. But again, it's not about weight loss. I was sick recently, and I dropped 8 pounds really fast, and I felt terrible. I looked terrible. I lost muscle tone. My skin wasn't as good. My hair wasn't as good. So it's not just about weight loss. Now, some of us do need to lose weight, especially here in January. It's easier on our joints. It's better for our body. We want to get rid of that visceral fat that's around our organs that creates a lot of havoc in the body. But it's not just about that. It's a holistic approach. It's about decreasing inflammation in the body. It's about what we're eating, what we're drinking, what we're thinking, um, how we're relaxing, how we're sleeping, how we're having fun, and community and helping each other. So that's why I keep coming back to this approach. It just works for everybody. I always get results with this. It's doable, and it's not designed to eat this way every day of your life, because it is a detox. It is, um, we're looking more at, we're eating clean and we're getting rid of junk, but we're also looking at ingredients. A lot of things like we make our healthy food with, a lot of the seasonings and flavorings and just different ingredients and what they really mean, and how they make our body work so hard to get rid of all these chemicals when our body really needs some time to heal. So it's 10 days to let your body heal at a cellular level, reset your hormones, your metabolism, and just help you to feel better. I've had people, and I've done it myself, had labs drawn pre and post. We've marked inflammatory markers. It's really just mind blowing. And if I'm going to do something, I need to see the science behind it, and I need to see results. And that's why I keep coming back to this. So it's going to be January the 20th through January 29th. So that'll be the 10 days. The 18th and 19th will be our prep phase, where we just kind of do a slow wean from sugar, alcohol, carbs. Um, some give up coffee. You don't have to. Another component that I've added that's not part of the original is intermittent fasting, because, like I said, science is ever changing, and there's a lot of new science out about that, and it's not for everybody. So everybody will not do the intermittent fasting portion. I will go into that with you, and you can decide, and you can talk with your provider, healthcare provider, on whether it's something you should try or not. But there's a lot of great science backing it up. A lot of good results, a lot of things that work together that make this sustainable over your lifetime. So basically, I've compiled different medical physicians, different scientific based approaches to this 10 days. And so that's what I'll give you in the 10 days. You will also get an intro into Ziva meditation. And I will tell you that if you're somebody that you're already super fit, you move your body every day, you drink your water, you don't overdo the alcohol, you don't eat processed foods, you're killing it. You look great, you feel great, your labs are great, your inflammation's down, you're just killing it. You're probably not doing the meditation portion. And if you look at the top percentage of the most highly effective people on the planet, they're meditating. And so this is all, I'm going to teach that in here. Most of my people that have done this with me in the last few couple detoxes we've done where we had the actual meditation component have said, I just never knew how to do it. I just couldn't make it click. It's profound. It's not something to take away time. It's going to make you more productive. It's going to motivate you more. I love it. It's one of my favorite finds last year was this method. I'm just going to give you the intro into it, enough to get you started. If you want to dig deeper into that, I'll provide some more information for you on the meditation. It's short. It's 15 minutes a day. It's so good. So I say that to tell you this is for everybody, because most of us aren't doing all the things. All the things all the time is a lot. But what I do is I do this detox for 10 days every 3 months, and it gives me 40 days out of the year that I've let my body heal. I've let it do things it needs to do. And in doing so, I've kept my weight down. I'm running faster, not really further, because that's not a goal of mine. I'm running faster. I just have more stamina, more endurance. I feel better. I have more patience. Now, I have been sick. I got hit with the virus, and then on top of that, some kidney stones, and that was no fun. But it's a good reminder we can overdo anything. We can overdo vitamin C. We can overdo spinach every day. We can overdo working out and not resting enough. Again, it's a holistic approach. So it's detox baths, it's meditation, it's how you sleep, it's different sleep aids. But I don't mean medications, I mean tips and tricks and techniques. It's just really going to decrease inflammation in the body. So that's why we do it. We get results. Let me see if I left anything off of here. I told you about the weight loss. Again, it's more effective in a group. one of the things that I always do is I make this a spiritual fast as well, and I put a prayer and an intention to these 2 days, and it just really gives me more intentionality and accountability, and I encourage that in the group. This is a real group effort. It's an effort between us all. We share recipes, we share inspiration, we share our workouts, and that's just one of the things that make it so good. Do you have to have the book? So you really don't have to have the book, because I'm just pulling so much information from so many different books. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to guide you through. But if you're somebody that you like gourmet in the kitchen and you want every single recipe and every single detail, get the book. I'm going to give you the nuts and bolts. I'm going to give you the whys. I'm going to give you some recipes. I'm going to give you the encouragement, the coaching, the yoga, the meditation. I always do a yoga class in here, virtual for those people who are not local. I would like to throw in a local as well for those who are local. We have a HIIT workout that's in here that's pretty fun. And a cool thing about this is that in the middle of this, on our weekend, is going to be the Spirits 5K with proceeds to the Manor House, which is one of my favorite things here in Alexandria. So if you're local, I would love for us all to run together as a group, as a team, and help provide and serve our community at the same time. I think it'd be a great idea, and we're going to all be feeling good. You don't have to be a runner. They have a 1-mile beer run. You can walk it. You can walk running. You can start training right now. I guess it would be the 25th, I think, somewhere up in there. It's that Saturday. So I just think it's a good time to do it. LSU will be done playing. But the good thing is, the other good thing about this, something that I've added, one of the hybrids, is that I give you, or I don't give you, but you give yourself 2 splurge meals if you want them in the 10 days. Because I want you to love your life. I want you to live your life. If you have tickets to some amazing football game and, you need a beer or a po' boy or whatever, I want you to have that experience. I don't want you to not live your life because of food, because we can obsess about it to the point that it's not healthy either. So those 2 splurge meals do a couple things. One, it gives you no excuse to not be able to do this. A lot of people will say, well, I would do it then, but my son's birthday's going to be that weekend. Well, you can have a piece of cake if that's what you want to do, if you want that to be your splurge. Now, it's not 2 days, it's 2 meals or 2 treats. And another thing is, a lot of people tell me because they had the splurge, they never used it. Because it was there, they knew they could, but they didn't need it. And the third reason is that it teaches you how to live your life. It teaches you how to eat healthy, to relax, and to have fun. So, I think those are things that just really contribute to overall wellness. And that's what we're going for here, overall health and wellness. Not just looking good in a bikini, not just weighing a certain number on the scales, but truly being healthy and truly enjoying your life. Because, one person's 130 and another person's 160 are going to look totally different based upon your body size. The other thing is, how many people do you know that look amazing in a swimsuit and they're miserable? So that's not really what you want either. So you don't want to beat yourself to death about it. And I think that's one reason I just like this approach. I've learned so much from it. I've learned tips and tricks. The groups always seem to have great success. It's always a positive community. This is not a place for those who aren't willing to do the work. If you're not willing to make an effort, to make an attempt to move your body in some way, even if it's just to walk or just to breathe or just to sit outside, just to meditate, we have to start taking some accountability for our health. We can't just have a vision board and put a picture up of somebody in a bikini and hope for the best. You gotta see a vision, you gotta have faith, but you have to act. You have to act. I have to act. We have to do the work. We have to do the stuff, well, good and done, my faithful servant, at the end of your life, right? So if you're like me and you just really got sick of yourself and sick of excuses and sick of saying, well, I tried to eat that way, it worked for a little while. I tried to eat this way, it worked for a little while. You know, I did this activity, it was too much. This is all about you finding what works for you and applying that to your life. So, I think I said all the things that I need to tell you for this. It is set up through a private group on Facebook. So right now that's the only way I have of doing this is through social media. So you do have to be on Facebook to do this. It is $25. So, you know, around $2 a day. And that's really just because people have told me, I've done this for free and I've put a little charge on it. And people have told me that they're more accountable when they pay some money. You know, it's kind of like if your parents pay all your bills and buy your cars, do you appreciate them as much as if you work for it yourself? And most people don't. So it's just a small investment to help keep you accountable and, you know, to compensate me for my time. And if you've done this with us before, it's only $20 because I love having repeat detoxers in our group because they contribute so much. And if you really want to do this and you're completely strapped for cash, message me. We'll work something out. You can pay through Venmo or cash or check. PayPal's the last option, but if that's the only way you have to pay, we can do PayPal too. So again, you're going to get 10 days of guidance. You're going to get detox. You're going to get coached. You're going to get yoga. You're going to get meditation. You're going to get a HIIT workout. I'm hoping for a live yoga class as well, so maybe 2 in there. The Spirits 5K is separate. That's something that's separate from this, but I would love for us to do as a group. You're going to get community, you're going to get motivation, and I just really think you're going to learn a lot from it, and it'll be something you can take with you going forward throughout the year. So I hope y'all do this with us. It's my favorite. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on here or y'allbewell@gmail.com, or my website is y'allbewell.com. And I think that is everything that I had to tell you. Oh, if you will share this video and invite your friends to like Y'all Be Well. You go to the top and you scroll over to community and hit invite friends. I'm going to draw somebody to do this for free. And I'll probably draw that early next week so you'll have time to know. So again, the book is optional. It's called The Blood Sugar Solution 10-Day Detox Diet by Dr. Mark Hyman. If you want to get that, you don't have to. He does recommend some supplements in there. You may already be taking them. They're optional. If you are flat broke right now after Christmas and you can't do the supplements, it's okay. If you have some Christmas money you want to spend and you want to kind of rev things up a little bit, I'll give you all the info over in our private group to order the supplements that you may want. It's mostly some fiber that's a really good fiber to help keep you full, keep you regular, because we will be eliminating grains. Grains being sugar, alcohol, limiting caffeine. But there's just so many foods you can eat. Clean foods, meats, vegetables, nuts, eggs, fruits, smoothies, soups. It's just a lot of food that you can eat. I've never felt hungry doing this. That belly bloat, you're going to lose it. And you know, one of the other things and that I keep coming back to with this is it just really gets you in new habits and habits of moving your body. Habits of making lymphatic fluid move and clean house, you know, clean your body, drinking more water, tips and tricks for that. And, you know, as a society, we're sad, we're depressed. Suicide, I think, is like at an all-time high. And there's some things that, you know, mental illness is huge, and there's some things that, you know, you need treatment for. I highly encourage that. But sometimes we just need to get out of our own way. We need to move our body, and we need to look at what we're putting in it. So 2 big ways that you detox your body is decrease your intake of toxins and increase your elimination. And that's what we're going to do on this 10 days. So I hope that you join us here. If you want more information, reach out. Again, it's going to be January 20th through January 29th. So get ready to set yourself up for a great 2020. Y'all be well.